Hello Taurus, this is Victoria from Mindful Twin Flame and I'm here with your 2024 predictions. This is a reading for Sun, Moon, Ascendant and Rising Taurus, so please take it how it resonates for you. If you're checking this reading for your sun sign, then also my suggestion is that you check out readings for your other placements and then you can combine them into a more well-rounded message for yourself. I'm really happy to be here doing this series of readings. I don't do a lot of zodiac sign readings for twins. I do that on my other channel on the monthly basis, but I decided to do this as a thank you to everyone on the channel who's been with me, and I just wanted to do something special as we are wrapping up this year and stepping into the new one. So this is just supposed to give you some ideas into what the next year brings in terms of your love, your mission and career, and general advice on how to bring your best and happiest life into place. Okay, we're gonna start with an oracle card, and today I have my angels and ancestors deck, so let's see what we have for Taurus. All right, Lord, take charge with authority. So this is an Emperor level card in this deck. Let me read the extended message because I've been doing that for other signs, so why not for Taurus? Sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. If you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to change that. There's no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground and speak your mind in a fiercely loving way. You have the energy and might to overcome dramas or energies that aren't working for growth, and it's time to take charge before you find yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. You're being encouraged to be the boss instead of being bossed. This card also brings the energy of ambition and can show that you have the potential to move upwards on a professional level, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. So stepping into your boss self, Taurus. But you know, it's like, I don't like the word boss really, although I understand there's a wordplay there on being the boss versus being bossed. But generally speaking, I like the word leader more. And I mean, I've built a career in the corporate world as a manager, so I know what I'm talking about, and I've seen it. I worked as a consultant a lot, so I've seen very different businesses, like org structures, cultures that saw management and leadership in very different ways, very different, right? And that's probably the most important lesson that I can share with anybody else who would come to me with questions about that career, about that area, is that it's very important when you are a manager, projects, people, doesn't really matter, that you're seeing yourself as a leader first and foremost, and not necessarily as a boss. Like, yes, I said that, so it's my way or the highway, right? To me, boss has that kind of connotation. That's why I don't really like it from a constructive point of view. To me, it's not really constructive. But in this case, the most important part of this is your masculine energy is needed, right? Like the masculine part of self, whether you're feminine or masculine, this needs to be put forward, right? And I would say if you're a feminine watching, then even more so, this will help you heal certain patterns, certain scenarios that will be very important in your connection with your twin, with your divine counterpart, with your divine masculine, right? So notice that, right? There will be situations where you will be healing and embracing this masculine within, and that will unlock potential with the masculine externally. Okay, let's see what we have for you with the tarot cards. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with those who may be interested. If you're interested in a personal reading, I do those too. Reach out via an email address or through my website, and The information is in the description box. Okay, Taurus, so for your love life, you have 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the High Priestess. I like this. Pisces energy. For your career, you have 2 of Cups. I guess for Twin Flame, it's probably a lot more straightforward than for anybody else, but yeah, I love when those like love cards fall into the career space. It's always spicy. 8 of Swords, just to make things interesting, and Temperance, Sagittarian energy. I like how each row ends with a major arcana. It almost, to me, it feels like there is like that divine protection. Like if it seems like at some point or at any point that life became chaotic, or you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, this is like your advice or confirmation or message that you're supposed to lean onto your higher power, your guides. They're always there, they're watching, they're paying attention, they're with you, they want to be supportive. Sometimes, of course, it's about asking for support, for help, for answers, right? But also that just that knowing, and as the High Priestess vibe, and Temperance for that matter, knowing that they're there, that they're with you, that you have somebody like on your team, right? Like someone very powerful who is on your side, who loves you and, you know, wants the best for you. It's very important. General advice, you have 7 of Cups, the Star, and 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is very much a Taurus energy, I would say. So things may not necessarily move exactly the way you saw or at the speed that you planned, but know that there is something very, very valuable in these kind of steps, in this kind of tempo, right? And I always see this, I think this is a soldier in this card, but I always see a firefighter. And to me, this is like the first responder card, almost like, right? So it's like you may be doing something that seems mediocre or average or like mundane with your, well, whatever it is, right? It can be career, it doesn't have to be. It can be talking about a hobby or just like what you do in your spare time. But it's actually, so it may, on the surface, it may seem like something shallow or mundane, but it's essential for the impact that you're making in this world with like the big and important goals, quote unquote. Love this. Okay, so for your love life, we have, so the minor arcana are usually like the steps and the things that depend on you. And yeah, there is some fear, there is some illusion, and High Priestess is here to this energy, well, you are being asked to step into this energy to kind of set the record straight, right? Because there is a lot of like illusion and nonsense that your brain may be playing to you, right? Or maybe it's part of the assignment, divine assignment that you have, where you're supposed to kind of go through these obstacles, right? To train yourself up. It's like an obstacle course, right? This is part of the training, right? And you know, the universe is watching how you're gonna handle this. This doesn't look great. Although with the 9 of Wands in this particular deck, I like this so much more than the general 9 of Wands vibe, because it's supposed to be about fear and like this last leg of the journey where you are trying to overcome it, but you're still not there. To me, this is a lot more decisive, a lot more proactive. It's like I have some fear, but you know what? I'm gonna prepare, I'm gonna have my tools ready, and I'm gonna do it. Right? So make of it what you will, but stepping into the High Priestess that knows, doesn't need external validation, and knows the love is there, that you know you are on track, that things are unfolding in divine order, that really helps overcoming that nonsense that may be happening on the 3D level or in your head for a lot of you actually. Okay, for your love space, we have 2 of Cups, oh, sorry, for career space, 2 of Cups, 8 of Swords, and Temperance. Yeah, so for some of you, you'll be meeting up a soulmate at work or through a business project. It may start as a friendship, it may be confusing in terms of like, are we friends? Are we more than friends? Like, three themes that overlap in friendship, business partnership, and love relationship, right? And it's going to be confusing both for you and for the other person, because you know you value each of those levels, and neither of you necessarily like is used to having all of those things with one person, right? So it's almost like even deciding like what is the most important part in all of this, right? Because the baseline assumption is that our brain is making that we can't have it all. So we're supposed to decide whether this person is going to be our business partner or our friend or our lover, right? And it's almost like once you choose one of those things, then you sacrifice the rest, right? Like, what can I sacrifice, really? But the right answer is you don't really have to do that. As long as you are in your aligned, grounded energy, as long as you're patient and you're letting things unfold naturally, you're supposed to enjoy this process. You're supposed to enjoy the journey. But it's very exciting. And for a few of you, I'm getting that this is a soulmate kind of colleague that will step in and that will help you with, like, it's a different scenario, that will help you with certain overthinking or lack of trust that you have in the workplace, right? So they'll help you embrace this temperance energy of trust and patience. Beautiful. And I see like this is like, to me, this also has a kundalini displayed here. This is very potent energy. Just like where the two of you will feel like you can, you know, conquer the world together, that anything is possible. And that's a very powerful motivation, whether it's in the personal or in a professional space. Okay, and last but not least, all of these cards are essentially about making choices, about choosing your destiny, about making the right choice, quote unquote, right? And a lot of times it's all very relative. Our brain assigns negative and positive based on certain criteria, which may or may not be the case. So I would just say, because we have a star here and we're talking about twin flames, just remember that that mission that you have in this lifetime is most important thing, right? And yes, it starts with you. So the next, like the other way that you're prioritizing, right? It starts with your inner work, with your self-grounding, balancing, getting yourself into a point of balance and joy, right? Then the next priority is your connection with the divine, right? How do you do personal work, personal growth? How do you navigate certain events? And the third priority is, of course, serving the world, serving the collective, understanding your giftings, what you have to bring into the table, what can you do naturally that other people are struggling to do, right? And you can start small. You can always add as you go along, or you can switch gears. Nobody says you have to figure it out all up front, Taurus. Okay, I hope this was good to you guys. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very soon.